There are many different types of alternative communication systems. The one that I'm going to discuss today is a form of augmentative or alternative communication system, and that's the Prolo2Go apps that are available through iTunes stores and through Android. I've personally seen them work on an iPad, and I've had a client that has used both of them. They have been extremely helpful when teaching MANs and other various verbal operands, the most important being MANs, so that the client has the ability to ask or advocate for what they want and need. Many of the clients have started out signing and then moved to these devices. So when they were younger, they started with sign language and then moved to the Prolo2Go that has the picture icons, and then moved from the Prolo2Go to the Prolo for text as their lexicon expanded as they got older. Each of these systems can be quite costly. That's one of the downfalls of them. And Prolo2Go is $249.99 in the Apple Store, and then Prolo for text is $119.99. You also have to consider the purchase of a device such as an iPod or an iPad to use these devices, so it can add up quickly. One of the other negatives is the fact that these devices can die and will leave the learner without a form of communication. One thing that I've always recommended and have recommended to me is that the individual has a backup form of communication so that they can have the ability to communicate if the device does die. These options have proven, at least in my work experience, to be very helpful in helping them expand their lexicon and learn how to talk in a more assisted manner, such as creating full sentences instead of 2 words or 3 words, so that they're able to mand in full sentences or explain exactly how they're feeling. A lot of the Prolo2Go can be difficult to navigate, and there will be a lot of training involved. Same with the Prolo for text, especially working with younger children. They not only need to be able to type everything out, but they have to be able to read and adjust if they misspell something. A benefit for Prolo for text is that it has the predictive text, just like it does in many phones for text messages and other various forms of communication. So that is helpful that they just type in the first couple letters, almost, or sometimes part of it, and it can finish the sentence or the word for them. You can also create a section in the Prolo for text that has all of your needed words. So if you are going into a setting, say a calendar classroom, and you know that you need to talk about the month, the day, the year, all of these things can be typed in beforehand to speed up that process. It can also be saved in a folder. Another great option about this is that there is a About Me section that you can go in and edit everything. So common questions that you're going to be asked, like what's your name, where are you from, safety things like address, phone number, all these things can be saved in the About Me section, so that not everything has to be typed in every single time. There is an example provided on the app stores as to how both of them work. This one is for the Prolo2Go.
I am very happy now. I'm very happy now.
Fully customizable.
I want to do it.
Customize each user independently.
Wow, amazing.
Prolo2Go is a complete AAC solution.
I am very happy now. I'm very happy now.
Fully customizable.
One of the benefits that I've seen with either of these apps is that you can program different voice options. So if it's a boy or a girl, or if it's from a different country where there's accents involved, just so that they sound more natural in conversation, you can select, from what I remember, an English accent, an Australian accent. If it's an adult, you can set it to be an adult male voice or an adult female voice versus a child's male voice and a child's female voice. That way it sounds, the benefit of it at least, is that it sounds more natural and it's not as blatant that these objects are being used. The other one is Proloquo for text. And that has the same option with being able to change the voices and anything that the user may need. This one also offers a video to explain how it works.
Look.
So right there at the bottom,
dresses for the wedding.
It's showing the predictive text options that I spoke about, and they're extremely helpful.
Which do you think I should get?
Proloquo for text. Everything at your fingertips.
So like I spoke about earlier, that predictive text that types up at the bottom, because Proloquo for text is not a picture system, it is literally typing like you would on a computer or a text message. So in order to speed that up so conversation can flow more fluently, more naturally, they do have the predictive text on the bottom. You did see in the video where they showed the quick, I believe it was called Quick Talk. Those have common phrases such as yes, thank you, no thank you, please, all those different words that we use in spoken language that often get left out when you use sign language or other various forms of communication. When you use the Prolo for text or Prolo to go, they have each of these things separated out into different folders. That's where training can become quite difficult, is trying to learn how to navigate the different systems. From working with sign and both of these aided augmentative communication devices, I do see that there's advantages to both and disadvantages. The advantage being that they can have a more natural conversation. The disadvantage being that this is something that is battery operated, battery powered, and needs to be charged. It does take a lot of battery and does not last the entire day if it is being used frequently. That is a major negative for it, and the fact that you do need to have a backup form of communication so you can avoid negative behaviors when the child is not able to communicate in their typical fashion. Thank you and have a great day.